What are those stocks which you can buy and forget for the next 5 to 10 years of your life? Or what are those stocks which you can buy blindly? In the sense, by doing some very basic and minimal research and very simple research, you can buy these stocks and still earn good profits in the future. So in this video, I am going to tell you shares of such companies. And so if you are a beginner to the stock market, a new investor, then this video will be very much useful for you. So watch this video till the end so that you can know such companies. And also for the seasoned investors, it is important that you have these shares in your portfolio, right? So you can check whether you are having these shares in your portfolio or not. Okay, so with that introduction, let us jump into the video. Hello friends, my name is C.S.Karthik and my mission is to spread the knowledge about the world of commerce under one umbrella, which is Combrella. So friends, India is going to grow in the future. India's future lies in the growth, okay, and India is a growth story. And I'm sure all of you agree with me that India is going to rise in the future. So when India grows, the economy of the country will also grow, the stock market will rise, the companies and the businesses will also increase in the future. So in such a situation, what are those companies which you can buy and forget for next 5 to 10 years? And by doing some very simple and basic research and make profits in the stock market. And especially for the new investors who do not have much knowledge about the stock market, how can you find such companies in the stock market? Okay, so the answer is very simple. You need to invest in the top companies of India. So what you need to do is, you need to go to Google and there go and type top 100 market cap companies in India. Then you will get this result of the search. Then click on this first link from moneycontrol.com and here you will get the top 100 companies of India based upon market capitalization. Right, so here you can see the top 100 companies of India. The first company is Reliance, then TCS, then HDFC Bank, Infosys, Hindustan Unilever, HDFC. Then as you keep scrolling down, you can see all the top 100 companies of India. Asian Paints, D-Mart, Avenue Supermarkets. Then you have L&T, Larsen, Ultratech Cement, Maruti Suzuki. Like this, you can see the top 100 companies of India. So now if you see, from so many companies which are present in India, you have filtered top 100 companies of India, right? And from this top 100 companies, I would tell you to do a further filter down of top 30 or 50 companies which you think can grow in the future. And then from that top 40, 50 companies, start investing in the 5 to 6 companies, right? For today's video, I am going to take some companies to explain you what you can do to start investing. So I would take the first company which I would take for investing would be Reliance, obviously the topmost company of India, then TCS, then HDFC Bank, then Infosys, then the fifth company which I would take would be Hindustan Unilever, sixth would be, then I would like to take Asian Paints, right? And then the seventh company which I would like to take is Larsen & Toubro, right? So these 7 companies, which is what I have taken in for the purpose of investment. So if you see these 7 companies, Reliance, TCS, Infosys, Hindustan Unilever, HDFC Bank, Asian Paints and L&T Construction, right? So all these, if you see, I have taken these 7 companies. If you want, you can take some other 7 companies or 5 companies also. But this broad criteria, you can take top 100 companies and then filter down to 5, 6 or even 7, 8 companies to start investing. So for this video, these 7 companies, right? Let us see them. Reliance. If you see Reliance, I don't have to tell you about Reliance company. We all know what Reliance is doing in terms of Jio, so much expansion, Reliance Retail, it is becoming a digital company from petroleum, right? So I don't have to tell you, every one of you know about Reliance, Mukesh Bhai, how he is transforming Reliance, right? So it's a conglomerate. Second company which I would tell is like TCS, which I had selected. Again TCS, friends, it's India's #1 IT company. 3 lakh plus employees are working in TCS, second largest employer in India after Indian Railways, and it is also has a Tata Group brand name, and again a superb company. Then the next company in terms of market capitalization was HDFC Bank, again of the number one private bank in India, or I would say number one bank in India in terms of market value. In terms of deposits and loans, it is SBI, but in terms of market value, it is HDFC Bank, which is the number one in India. So that's another great bank or a company share to invest. Then Infosys, all of us know about Infosys also, how Narayan Murthy founded and all 7 other people. It's a great company. Then Hindustan Unilever, an FMCG company, we have been using products of HUL right since childhood, right? Then the next company which I started was Asian Paints. Again, number one company in the paints industry in India, Asian Paints. Then L&T Construction. What comes to your mind when you think of construction? The first company is L&T, right? So if you see all these 7 companies which I have taken for this video, all of them have great future positive outlook, right? All of them have a clean management, and if you see, there are no red signals or red alerts against these companies, and these are top companies in India, and they are market leaders in their industry, whether it is IT, whether it is banking, whether it is construction or paints, right? They are market leaders in their industry, and they're fundamentally very strong company. The financials, revenue growth, profit growth, they're fundamentally really strong, and they have given really great performance for the last so many years. That's why they have become the top companies of India, right? So now if you see, what are the 2 questions which you had in the beginning? I am entering into the stock market newly, so what are the companies which I should invest? So the answer to the first question you have got, the top companies of India, I have given you 100, from there you can filter down, and 7 companies I have told you in this particular video, right? So first question is answered, what companies you can invest? I have told you now these 7. So the next question is, at what price shall I buy these companies? It's a very important question. So there can be 2 strategies which you can adopt to invest in these shares. The strategy number 1 is buy in dips. That is, whenever the share price of these companies falls, right, at those particular times, start buy the shares of those companies whenever the share price falls. Okay. And the second strategy is doing an SIP method. That is, keep investing into the shares of these companies every month by allocating a fixed amount of sum into these companies every month regularly over next 5 to 10 years. Regularly keep investing into these companies. Both of these strategies are okay. Whichever you want to choose, you can choose it. So if you see, friends, if you invest in these companies for next 5 to 10 years, surely you will be making good profits into the future, right? So now let me share you the graphs, the share price of these companies for the last 5 years. Okay, now let us see. So friends, if you come to Google and type Reliance RIL share price, you will get this price chart. Here you can go and click on this 5-year timeline. Then you will see 5 years before the price of Reliance share was 546 rupees, and right now it is 2387 rupees. So you can imagine the amount of returns, 337% returns over past 5 years, right? So amazing returns it has given. Then let us see TCS last 5 years. Last 5 years from 1199, 1200 you can say, to 3826. 219% returns in 5 years. Take HDFC Bank, 5 years, 141% returns in 5 years. You can take Infosys, say 224% returns in the last 5 years, from 521 to 1692, almost you can say, or you can say almost, or you can say 3 times the share price has increased. So like this HUL, Asian Paints, L&T, all these companies if you see have increased over a 5-year period. If you take the case of Asian Paints, it has also increased. HUL, if you see, it has also increased in the last 5 years. So friends, if you see, so the underlying point which I'm trying to drive in this particular video is invest in these top companies, because if India is growing and if Nifty, Sensex and the share market is growing, then these companies are forming part of Nifty and Sensex, right? So if these companies are growing, that is why the share market, or say the Nifty and Sensex are growing, because these are the companies which are driving the Nifty and Sensex to go up. So invest in these companies and make profits by doing very much simple research, especially for the new investors who do not have much knowledge about the stock market. And also another point, by investing in these 7 companies which I told you is, If you see, Reliance is a conglomerate. Then in IT sector you have TCS and Infosys. Then HUL is into FMCG sector. Then HDFC is a bank. Asian Paints in paints industry. L&T is in construction. So 6, you have diversified portfolio also. So you have diversified portfolio, great companies, top companies, market leaders, top fundamentals. What more do you want as a beginner in the stock market to, what more better companies do you want to invest? I don't think you need to have better companies than this. So even the seasoned investors, I would personally, I have certain companies and I would also like to add some more companies into my portfolio because these companies are very much having high probability of giving short positive returns in the future. So friends, I hope you got the core concept from this particular video, which is investing in the top companies of India, because if India and its stock market is growing, these are the companies which will help drive the growth of the country and the stock market, right? So, but apart from this, don't just invest into these companies alone. Keep also updating your knowledge. Start reading about stock market. Start developing knowledge and interest towards the stock market. Then only you will understand how much to invest, what not to invest, when to sell, or when to buy more. Only when you keep upgrading your knowledge, that will help. This video is just the indicator for you, or the first step to enter into the stock market. But after this, you need to ensure that you keep upgrading your knowledge about the stock market. So I hope you found this video useful. If you like it, then do share it with your friends so that they can also benefit by investing in the stock market and make really good handsome amount of profits in the future. And let me know in the comment section which if you think there are any other companies which also you would like to invest in the top 100 companies of India. With that, I will see you all in the next video. Till then, this is C.S.Karthik signing off. Thank you and namaste.